Hey everyone, my name is Michaela and I'm the owner of Culture Food Fashion LLC. If you are new to my channel, please hit subscribe and the bell to be notified when I post. And if you are not new, welcome back to my channel. So today we are with Ray's and Kay's Melting Pot, a mother-daughter Puerto Rican and soul food duo. I am so excited for this video today, and without further ado, let's get into it.
So, hi, I'm Aisha Ray with Ray's and Kay's Melting Pot, and this is our pastelillo dinner. We have homemade pastelillos with homemade dough. This is going to be our tostones, our Puerto Rican tostones with a garlic, cilantro, lime sauce that it comes with. This is our Puerto Rican garlic mofongo, which is just plantains, garlic, and chicharrones, which are in there. And then this is going to be the white beans and rice, the Puerto Rican white beans and white rice.
So I am Shar K of Ray's and Kay's Melting Pot, and this is gonna be some of the best soul food you ever put your mouth up against. This is Mama's Down South fried chicken with my homemade freshly cut collard greens, black-eyed peas with cornbread, and of course my creamy mac and cheese. And you can get this at Nosh Boulder, or raisincays2go.com. So come on and get you a good plate of this soul food, baby.
So thank you guys so much for joining me. I have Aisha and Sharkay here, and they are the owners of Ray's and Kay's Melting Pot. So tell me a little bit about your inspiration on starting Ray's and Kay's Melting Pot.
Yeah, so we just really wanted to bring home-cooked meals, Puerto Rican and soul food to Boulder, Colorado. We noticed that there was a real lack in culture here. Mm-hmm. So we decided that, hey, we have this great food and we want to share it with Boulder.
Yeah. And I have 40 years of cooking soul food that I learned from my aunt down in Georgia. So I've been cooking it for 40 years, and after hearing everybody tell us constantly, oh my God, you guys should be selling this. Are you kidding me? Right. And finally we're like, you know what? Let's sell it. Let's do it.
We're going to do it.
Yeah, and people love it. We love what we're doing, and I mean, it's our passion.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I learned how to cook Puerto Rican food from my daughter's grandmother. Her father is Puerto Rican, and we were together for a really long time, and his mother taught me how to cook Puerto Rican food and how to dance, and just that whole culture, just living in it for so long, and it just became a part of our culture, so we just decided to entwine the two.
Yeah.
Right, and that's what the melting pot aspect is of the name.
Exactly.
Correct. Exactly.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people catch that, so
Right.
yeah.
Right,
It's the
exactly.
melting pot.
Yes.
I mean, that's where we are, right? This is the country of the melting pot.
Yeah, gotta
You know?
adapt.
Yep.
Right, exactly. Yeah, and like she said, this is a place where we knew people really need some soul food and some Puerto Rican. You know, you don't find that on every block. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. And now you mentioned that you learned to cook from your daughter's grandmother. Sorry about that.
That's okay.
So what was that experience like, learning how to cook the Puerto Rican food?
It was excellent. I mean, she would come over every Sunday, and so every Sunday I would be in the kitchen with her, learning how to cook. And it wasn't like trying to adapt to something. It was like I was in that I was in that life, and it was just part of, hey, on Sundays my mom comes over and you cook.
Right.
So that was that.
I love that.
Yeah.
Because sometimes when you're in cooking classes, they're just teaching you the steps.
Right.
They're not teaching you this tastes good with this, and you compare this when you're dealing with other cultures. So
yeah, and
something special.
So every Puerto Rican does their food different. Like, you will never, across the board, you will not find a Puerto Rican that does sofrito the same, or a Puerto Rican that does pastelillos the same, or even the mofongo. And that's what I really, really loved, is that, hey, there is a base, which is sofrito, but everybody has a different way to make the sofrito.
Right. Okay, awesome. I didn't even know that, so I learned something new today, too.
Nice.
Yes. And Sharkay, your you've opened up this business with your daughter. What's been the experience doing the mother-daughter duo?
It's been good. Yeah. I mean, we don't always see eye to eye, which we never always have. So, which is good though, because it's good for the business.
Yeah.
You know, and so, but it's been great being able to work like this together, and especially for something that we absolutely both love so much.
Yeah.
I mean, I love making the soul food, and like I said, I love what I cook, and I eat what I cook. You know what I mean?
We eat this every weekend. This is what we eat.
Yeah, I think we'd be tired of it, but I'm just like, I tell her, hey, make me an extra pastelillo, all right? I need to get, you know? So, yeah, it's just something that it truly resonates with our soul, and we just want to share it with people. We want to share the food that we love with others and hope that they love it as much as we do and as much as we love making it.
Right.
You know?
And we love working together. You know, it's like she's always in my head and I'm always in her. So it works well when, you know, we're in the kitchen and I'm like, hey, can you? And she's like, I'm already on it.
Yeah, and vice
Mom's
versa.
just now.
Yeah, so it's great.
Yeah, it's been good. It's been really good. And the more we work together, the better it's getting. You know, the flow is getting there, you know, so. Yeah.
Okay, and I see that I've noticed that there are quite a bit of startup restaurants in the Boulder area. So what would you say sets you apart from those other restaurants?
Well, we're Black owned.
Yeah.
Period.
And we're lucky if there's a half a dozen in Boulder County, so we're not even sure.
I think there's only 2 in Boulder.
Yeah,
Me,
so,
and then I think a gentleman who runs a sushi restaurant here. And so if we're talking about restaurants, there are only 2 in Boulder.
Okay.
So
yeah,
we really Black-owned business.
Yeah.
Like,
exactly.
That's what sets us apart.
That's the and then being
but
women
also,
on top of it too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Absolutely.
Woman Black-owned business.
Woman, yes.
Yep.
You know.
Yes.
So.
And then the Puerto Rican food and the soul food, nobody has that here.
Absolutely. I've never even heard of that, so I'm like, yes.
Yes. Yeah, and we had a gentleman who actually stays here in the hotel, and he came down one day right when we first started, and he was like, I am so glad to see you make the cornbread the southern way,
right?
Which is without sugar in that, you know. And, you know, everybody loves that sweet bread.
Yeah.
But the cornbread originally was made; it didn't have sugar in it and all that, you know. And I make mine from scratch, the cornmeal cornbread from the southern style.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Awesome. So you're getting homemade. They're not using out the box. They're using the real deal.
That's right.
Southern recipes that they grew up on.
That's right.
This is what you're getting.
Right.
Yep.
The package.
That's right. Mama cuts her greens by hand every week, so.
Yeah, and the pastelillo dough is all homemade. The sofrito is all homemade. So it's very fresh and can be considered clean as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. And lastly, you know, with the COVID pandemic going on, you know, a lot of businesses are under stress, just trying to make accommodations for their customers. So what accommodations have you prepared for your customers?
Sure. So we actually offer delivery. We are on Nosh Boulder, which is a very good delivery company here in
Wonderful.
Boulder. We actually love Nosh.
Yes.
We're also on DoorDash, Grubhub, and and Hungry Buffs. So we've just really accommodated our guests by going to carry out and offering contactless pickup, so they can come and pick up the meal and it be completely contactless. We'll put it in the back of your car if you'd like, or we can actually leave it outside of the door and you just come in and pick it up as well.
Because there's the option to pay online. They can order it right online.
We offer online.
ToGo.com.
Yep.
And they can order right there and pay for it online if they want. If they don't want, and you know, so it's really well. And with the pandemic, I think this is really the way it's going to be, and the best way right now.
Yeah.
You know, for especially small businesses opening up that are trying to get their product out there to people and being concerned about the virus.
Right.
And I think this is just perfect for us. You know what I mean? We prepared here. Everyone here is masked up. You know, you don't even walk in here without being masked up. So it's very, they really do a wonderful job of making sure the customer is safe.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys so much.
Thank you for having us. We just love it. Yes.
I love, speaking with you. Remind me of my mom and my grandmother. So I'm just like,
I hear you, girl. Yeah, I get it all the time. Believe me.
So as you guys can see, Ray's and Kay's Melting Pot, they provide a loving experience that you can't get this anywhere in Colorado. You got soul food and you got Puerto Rican food.
That's right.
And then you can come here and get loved on with their kind hearts.
Give me some love.
please do check them out, and thank you guys so much.
Thank you.